Well done. Harry, Ron, Hermione. An excellent performance. 50 house points for Gryffindor. That is all for today. Class dismissed. Harry?
Can you show me how you made the Dementor back off?
I don't pretend to be an expert at fighting Dementors, Harry, but I'll try and help. But not right now. I have a lot to do, and I chose a very inconvenient time to fall ill. I will get a message to you when I'm feeling better.
Come on, Harry. It's potions next.
Welcome back to the Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban on the PS2. That's by everybody. This is part 4, I believe, and sorry, I'm a little bit sore in my throat. I sound like a crow again. So we just finished the Defense Against Dark Arts lesson, and we just collected a wizard card, and what the hell happened there? So yeah, Harry just asked Professor Lupin about helping him to defeat Dementors. So later on in the game we will meet up with Professor Lupin, and he will teach us a spell on how to defeat Dementors. But that's later on in the game, a little bit later on. And as Ron said, it's time for Potions class. So not only do we have Defense Against the Dark Arts this day, we also have Potions. And Potions is in the dungeons, and it's with Professor Snape. So we need to make our way all the way down to the dungeons to have that lesson. And Hermione, she just vanished after we came out of the Defense Against the Dark Arts challenge, the Glacius spell challenge. And I just hit that prefect with a Flipendo spell and he didn't even make a sound. That's a bit strange. So we haven't been to the entrance hall yet. We haven't been this far. So the entrance hall looks quite similar to the other games. The biggest difference is at night though, because there's no prefects in the entrance hall at night time. But firstly, we're going to get this prefect badge. Here it is. And it's super big. So you need to return this prefect badge to the notice board to get more house points. And we will do that in the next part at night time, because then we'll be at the common room. So we'll just return it at that moment. So we're now entering the dungeons for the first time in the game. And the dungeons isn't really that big in this game. Well, in any of the games, really. It's not that big.
I'm sure we should go in. I think Hermione's in there already.
Professor Snape always makes me nervous.
And there are always students waiting outside of the classrooms. Mostly it's a few people from Gryffindor, and also Draco and Crabbe and Goyle. So there's another wizard. You completed the Witch's card set. Hermione's endurance has increased. But let's enter the Potions classroom.
The Wiggenweld potion will heal most common injuries. The more attentive of you will remember that the most powerful form of the potion is prepared with only the freshly stripped bark of the Wiggen tree.
Mr. Weasley!
While you are in my class, you will...
Harry!
Weasley, bring him to the front, now.
And an accident happened. Ron just knocked over a few bottles, and for some reason that made an explosion, and Harry lost a lot of health, and so did Ron too, actually. So drag Harry all the way to the front of the classroom to Professor Snape, and we will learn how to heal our characters, which we will do many times in the game.
Mr. Weasley, if you pay attention, you might actually learn something. Pick up both vials of Wigan to administer the
So
Wiggenweld
Snape
potion
keeps
to yourself.
talking, and I'm going to talk over him because nobody really cares. Pick up these 2 Wiggenweld potions and equip them. Give one to Ron so that he will get more health, and give the second one to Harry. Wiggenweld potion is the potion that will increase your health in the game.
What happened?
I will let Mr. Weasley give you a full explanation, although his incompetence speaks for itself. Thanks to Mr. Weasley's little sideshow, we no longer have time for the rest of the lesson. So, you will now be gathering the ingredients for the antidote to uncommon poisons in your own time, ready for my next lesson. For the next class, therefore, you are to bring fire seeds, billywig stings, chispurfle carapaces, and the horn of a graphorn. Class dismissed.
Thanks a lot, Weasley. I'm really sorry. Don't worry. Let's go outside.
Well, I'm exhausted.
Yeah, me too. I think we should turn in.
Yes, but maybe we should start looking for those potion ingredients for Professor Snape's next potions class. What do you think, Harry? Harry?
So if you want, you can go and look for the potion ingredients for the next potions class. I usually leave that for the day of the potions class, so I will leave it until the day that we're actually going to do potions. And you can also end the day, which I will do. But firstly, we will go to Fred and George's shop, because we haven't been there since the Marauders map challenge, and we have a few pretty much every flavor beans, so I think we will return there to buy some stuff and get some stuff to do, a few tasks. A few of the characters can get things that they can do for Fred and George, and they will get things in return. I'm very bad at explaining, but you'll know what I mean when we get to their shop and they will explain it. So I think we will go to Fred and George's shop most of the night missions, at least, because I just want to stock up on things each day, because there's not too many days in this game. The game goes by a bit quick, so I just want to buy stuff and before the end of the game, you know, so you don't buy everything at the end. I just want to do it I don't know, I just want to buy things at night, I guess. So let's go to Clanmore Peaks corridor, and the door to Fred and George's shop is right over here, as you guys remember, and it's in the disused bathroom. And it's not the same bathroom as Moaning Myrtle's bathroom, because that was on the 2nd floor. This is on the 6th floor. Their shop was usually on the 7th floor, though, in the other games. So there's not much for Harry to buy. But what you can do before we buy stuff is that you can go to Hermione, and there's some water over here that she can freeze and get a wizard card from.
Super!
Like so. And we're getting quite a lot of wizard cards, so that's good. And Fred or George is standing in the way. Move. He won't move.
What do you think of these things, Harry?
Blocking our way.
Have a look at
So let's turn to Ron.
Can't think of anything else to
And
do.
if you go over here to the stink pellets, over there,
Cool.
we
Stink
can get a
pellets.
task
These will
from
make a
Fred
massive
and George.
stink.
How much are they?
10 Bertie Bott's every flavour beans.
I'm not sure that
A great choice.
Tell you what, we'll set you a challenge. See these things?
If you lob a stink pellet into them just right, they tip over.
And if you can get all 20 of them around the school, we'll give you an extremely rare collector's card.
So we're going to do that task, just throw stink pellets into 20 of those things, and we will get an extremely rare collector's card. So equip the stink pellets. We only get 10 of them, and we need to do this with 20. So you need to buy or find stink pellets. So that's one of them. But let's turn to Hermione, and this is a fully brutai page, by the way, that you can buy. And there's also a spell book here called the Snuffly Force spell that you can also buy. We'll buy that soon.
50 Bertie Bott's
But
every flavour
this
beans.
is what you want to
How
do.
much is one of these chapters from the Dark Forces, A Guide to
We
Self-Protection?
thought you'd ask about those. Instead of beans, we're offering you a challenge. Take this statue list. What we'd like you to do is fill it in by finding the 9 statues that it mentions around Hogwarts. For every 3 statues you find, we'll let you read 1 chapter of the Dark Forces book to improve your ability to cast spells.
A fair trade, I think, since many of the statues are in places that are often patrolled by prefects.
Exactly.
So yeah, we will get to read the chapters of that book if we find all 9 of the statues mentioned in the statue list. For each 3 statues, you'll be able to read a chapter. So we'll have to look out for both those stink pellet things and also the statues. There are only 9 statues though. And the first statue,
Out of the way.
well, it's through the next door. But first, we're going to do this. Just freezing the water. And we're going to use this to get on top of this glass cabinet thing, which has a skeleton in it. And on top of that cabinet is a chest with a wizard card in it. So, oh my throat hurts a bit actually.
Yeah.
So collect the wizard card, like so. And I really like Hermione's hair in this game, by the way. It looks a bit like mine a few years ago. Here's the first statue, so just read that. That's our first statue, and basically the end of the day. So this is the end of the video. See you guys in the next video for part 5 and a night mission. See you then.
The house point totals are to be counted. Slytherin, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, Gryffindor. Gryffindor is in the lead.